Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing something that I've been just waiting for, and that is installing Versetta Stone Siding. Now, what's awesome is, you know, there's a third guy that you're going to see on site. That's our buddy, Braden, who actually works for Boral. He was the technical installer, you know, across the country. Is that right, Braden? What were you?
Technical installation manager for the West.
Okay, so he wasn't actually at the top. He was just one of the guys, but he's still cool in our book, and we love Braden. And Braden said that he wanted to come give us a hand today, and I wasn't going to turn it down because we've got a ton of stone to install. We've got a tight schedule, and I just want to get it up so that we can start running our steel on these walls, get this building closed up. So I'm excited there. Greg right now is going around with the laser. He's getting reference lines so that we can, you know, make sure that we're always running our stone perfectly level, and then we'll go ahead and use that laser with the grade stick, and we'll set our base trim, which is actually going to hold in the first course of stone, make sure everything is perfectly where we want it, and then we'll go up from there. Hey, by the way, Greg, why are we wearing the same clothes again?
At least they got the green memo.
So this is just going to slide into Jay. You're going to come to me.
Yeah, it's approximately 1.5 inches, nothing too crazy.
And we're just going to find like the middle ground, right?
If you're too far this way, you're going to see it from this end, and if you're too far forward this way, so it's just kind of a...
Now, do we think about these lining up here? Because
No,
we can always cut some of that off, right?
You can, but right here, we're going to have another corner coming, right? Mm-hmm. So if you look at the bottom of the corner...
Oh, they're all notched.
Uh-huh.
It's like
so
you
I
guys
can
thought of
see.
this stuff.
Not rocket science. It's rock science.
I see what you did there.
Okay.
That was good. Want to try that sucker? See what you think of it? No hose.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And then you throw one of those big 6-amp battery or 60-amp
Oh,
battery.
this will last. This will last. Yeah. Now, since we had to cut this corner into two pieces, which will actually be this corner and then this next course, there's no groove on this left side, so I just went ahead and took off the tongue that sticks out of this next fold, and I'm just going to butt it right in, and that's it. But the nice thing is the next piece that's coming in, it's already got a nice tongue and groove, so it's just going to lock right in it. The first course, man, is always the worst.
That's it. It's like a retaining block wall, right? That first course.
What's that?
It's like a retaining block wall where that first course is the most important.
Yes.
Same concept.
Okay. So this is the cutoff from this guy here. It has a factory left and a factory right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use it on this side, coming this way. This little tongue right here that's sticking out, we just got to get rid of that. Braden, how much do you have to fight the fact that like stone masons and people like that are like, oh, it's not real, you're taking the trade out of it? Do you get that?
I think the higher level someone thinks in their mind that they're a craftsman, the more that they fight that. But I always bring it back to the labor side of things, right? Technology, it's not just in cell phones. If you were to talk to a plasterer 80 years ago and say, hey, we're going to hang sheets of drywall, what do they say?
Like you're a hack.
You're nuts.
Yeah.
You're nuts.
Plywood, OSB on a wall
Same
sheathing.
thing.
It's better, cheaper, faster. Why would you space sheath a house on a 45 to get shear when you can just throw up sheathing?
Why?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just holding on to, you know, maybe something that I guess you're not comfortable with.
I mean, there are some limitations on Versetta from a design standpoint, or if you've got large radiuses, things of that nature, which you just can't accomplish. So there's always going to be a need for a masonry stone veneer. It's just this allows us to install it in a fraction of the time.
Yeah.
Higher level of technology, and in any weather. December, we're not putting it up, right? It's stone, traditional stone. You've got to have 40-degree ambient wall cavity temperatures. There's a lot to it.
So I was 33.5. 25.5 is our new number for the second row. That'll keep us consistently straight. So once we've made sure that all this first row is the same and level by measuring it off of that reference point that we snapped, then I can go ahead and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make sure I've got at least 4 to 5 nails in every panel. And Never hurts to make sure. I just like to run my hands, hence the gloves. Run your hands down this stone, clean off any extra that's kind of sitting there, and then you're just gonna set this in this groove. I go back and forth, and then just bring it in tight, and you should be golden. I always like to just double check. Okay, we're looking for 25 and a half. That's our new number on the second course. There we go. I think you could come a little bit more. Probably in there. Looks good. Are you in? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here, I'm just finding that nice sweet spot there. So you can see, we've only been at this for probably less than an hour, and we're already working on course number 3 through this and the 4th course over there. One thing that I can't stress enough is that you just want to always be conscious of, in my opinion, the reference line and making sure that your courses are staying consistent. Panels aren't perfect. Nothing in construction is perfect. And remember, these are all, how many different molds, Braden? 80?
There's 40 different molds. You reverse the pattern, you get 80 different patterns.
Yeah, so with that, I mean, all it takes is, even if something was off a 16th or something, those potentials can compound themselves, and that's fine. It's no big deal. It's just one of those things that we learned over time, is to always just check them for reference, and it will run a ton better for you. Yeah, this is going really good, but it is really hot out. I'm sweating here.
Because Braden's working us so hard.
I know.
You cutting these in and folding them? Folding them?
Yeah, and I'm going to tape all the windowsills later, but yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut them, fold them.
Can you hold the finger on that one? Or
Yeah.
Nice.
Not bad.
Bring her in, boss.
That's pretty exciting. We just put in our first window, which we've been waiting on what feels like forever. The reason we needed these windows, now you hopefully can see this top course of the Versetta Stone dies into those windows, and I wanted the tops of my windows all to match the tops of my door. So that is where the elevation came with the windows, and that just meant that these are going to be about 2 inches into the window, and that's fine. Then we'll trim them, flash everything properly, and then the steel will be up and over. So these are some sharp black windows. I've never done a black window, but that is definitely all of the craze. Everybody, rage. Yeah, everybody wants black windows. in and set the edge on. Ready?
So, what? You want to grab it like?
I'm just gonna clamp it, dude. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, barely set the edge in, and there. I just got a little cock on my hand.
I got a little on my elbow right now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Looks fairly good, right?
Yeah. 99 and let's say 13, 16, just barely. 99 and 3/4. So we need to go that way about
A 30
a
second.
30-second. So I think I'm gonna do, Greg, is when we cut these windows out, the tape on this guy is gonna go all the way up and over. So if any
Gotcha.
water comes out, it has to work its way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
I think that's a good idea. These are just some big expensive windows, and I want to make sure everything's perfect. So this is the first major window. You know, I guess the thing that is really, I think, going to be amazing about this building is this front wall. Not just because of the windows, but because of the Versetta Stone, because of the Versetta Stone fireplace that's going to be on this building. We've never done something like this. There's a lot of, you know, I guess this is probably pretty standard for a lot of you that maybe are watching if you do custom homes. But in the post-frame arena, in this type of structure, you know, this is becoming more normal. You're seeing a lot more of this sort of stuff. But this is a first for us, and I'm pretty excited to do it. I can't wait to get all these windows in and really step back and take a look. But one at a time, we just gotta take our time. We're not in a hurry. Or we can use the rotary and just set the grade stick up so that like either the tops or the bottoms are flush. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking rotary, dude. I think that's gonna be our best. All right, now 1, 2, 3. Look it in. Okay. So that could literally go down. I mean, that's like a
16.
not even, dude.
Which that's what we figured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I mean, dude, that is so minute. I'm gonna go ahead and put a nail in the middle, and then I'm gonna try to pull out the one shim.
On each side.
Just a little. This time spent here will save time on finishing. 99 and just over 3/4, which is what the other ones were. 99 and barely over 3/4. I like it. Nail it. Now I'm gonna just double check with a level.
Or not.
Heck yeah, I am. Why wouldn't I? I'm just gonna double check.
I mean, that last one.
Is it not worth checking though?
But, you know, it never hurts to check, I guess.
Okay. That window ain't going anywhere. You wanna just help me move this stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna get this thing nailed off. Save that cardboard. Save the children. That was not a political statement, YouTube. I was just literally, I care about kids. I mean, why do people have to make that about politics? Right?
Oh, the sun's coming out, bro.
Well, we gotta get off this wall then. Ah. And the same there. Yep. 99, just a hair over 3/4. So. Now I know I'm gonna get the question, why are you using nails and not screws? Honestly, for me, a nail has an extremely flat head. And when I have to put my J-channel over top of these flanges up against the window, if there is any sort of, you know, screw head, even a pan head can honestly do this. It sometimes will roll my J-channel out, and then it won't flush up nice against the window. So I just make sure that I hit every hole with nails. This thing is siliconed in. It's going to be screwed. The steel around it is going to be screwed in. The J channel is going to be fastened. I'm not worried about the window going anywhere. I've been using shingle nails, 1.5 or 1 3/4 shingle nails my whole career, and I've never had an issue. So I'd be curious what other guys do, especially when they're going to be trimming these out with a metal trim, not a wood trim. The worst part about doing hand-driven nails, though, is black window, expensive black window you don't want to miss. So just try to always be in the moment and not be thinking of other things. You let me know when you're done, okay? No, I was actually enjoying it, but I just didn't, I didn't want it to go on for forever. All right, the bottom 4 windows, probably the hardest of the windows just because of their size, and we wanted to make sure that everything was at the exact same elevation. We did that with that rotary laser, so we know we're good. We should have no issues when we, move on to interior trim work and stuff. Making sure that everything is just, to the eye on the same plane, I think is always important. And taking some time making sure they're detailed properly, flashed properly. We're going to put these upper windows in, and then we'll bring all that flashing over top, always making sure that, like water likes to go from the top down, so you want to start opposite that with all of your flashing. Start at the bottom, work your way up, and keep overlapping. Now all of this stone can be ran around these windows. We're going to go ahead and move to walk door and windows on this porch side, so we can just keep that stone that we've already started coming right around. We gotta turn out this way. All right.
So we've got plenty of room up top.
Yeah, should have a 1/2 inch up top. So now let's go ahead and
Pull the handles off, pull the flange, and put her in.
the bottom is not a solid threshold at all, so a caulk bead's not going to really do anything other than stop water from potentially going in. I could measure off where one of those beads are and put butyl tape, yeah. There's like, framing, like a strut almost.
Right.
You tell me when you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready whenever you
1,
are.
2, 3. Ready? I got mine in. That was simple. Simple Simon. Now, we got to make sure that our bottoms are in, and I'll do that by going on the inside and just double checking measurements.
Yep.
I like about that door is it's solid
It is very solid.
during just this mode, like before it's even installed. We didn't caulk it.
Around the
Yeah, we
sides.
need to pull it out and caulk it. Let me go inside, make sure I like everything before we caulk it, and then we will caulk it. The nice thing about this Pella door is that it's very secure. Like when me and Greg lifted it up, a lot of times when you're dealing with double doors, they get all kitty-wampus and wonky on you. Those are good words to use when defining double doors because they're just a pain. They're always moving. But this thing was solid. We put it in, and it was square and true first time. So that could be just luck, or maybe it's the door, but we're going to find out because we got 2 more of these to install.
There we go.
Okay, there's dowels under there, which I do believe that just came out. Anything up top? Yes, spacer.
Yeah, that spacer's there and these spacers here.
How's it look on the inside?
It's great.
I think I'm just happy with how nice that opened and closed.
How easy it went in.
Yeah, without having to
Without
do really
having to
anything.
Mess around with it much.
Pre-hung and perfect, so I like that. That's our first door down, and the good thing is we're now able to run our Versetta Stone, which was our big, you know, the big push here. Obviously we want to get the doors and windows in, but I'm loving this black. It's going to look great offset against the stone and the siding. So one more hurdle to get over. We got 2 more big doors to put in, but really this one was the big push because now we can run that Versetta through.